in the middle of it. You know, whether you like it or love it, he's dead in the middle of that conversation, and you got to respect it because the winning is coming with it. The numbers are there. Everything is there. He's checking every single box. So it's going to be tough on these voters when it comes down to it.
I'm not telling you what to do with $1, but I would probably put like $1 on that just in
You're
case.
putting $1 on a lot of things today.
Just saying, like, I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money, but
You're all over the Lakers today, and I like it.
do you know how much it hurt? It's
Yeah,
like my
I do.
stomach hurts right now. I gotta go. All right, there's one man. There's only one man that can stop Luka. His name is Luka, and he's sort of his own worst enemy at times, and we've discussed that a million times. But here we go. He got his 16th technical against the Magic on Saturday after telling Magic center Goga Bitadze, "Don't talk about my family. I'll effing kill you." He did speak about this after this one. Take a listen.
He said it for all. He will f my whole family, and at some point, you know, it's his basketball court. At some point, I just can't stand. I gotta stand up for myself.
Okay, hold on. Goga has responded, by the way. He didn't think he said what Luka said during the presser, and Luka started it by talking trash in Serbian. Smart. And regardless, if Luka's willing to say this in a presser, do we think? Look, things about his family were probably said, right, guys? Like, isn't that what you go to in a situation like this?
The guy said he doesn't think he said anything. That's not.
That's a weird response.
You don't think? Like,
Yeah. I'm confused about all the passive aggressiveness because, Go says, I don't think I said that.
I don't think
And
I said
Luka, if somebody says something about my family, we're going to get some contact on the spot. Now, we might not fight and do all of that, but you're going to smell my cologne. It ain't just going to be no words. Like, you're going to smell my cologne. I'm going to be up on you if it's that deep. And especially if we talking in 2 different languages.
I love
hey,
that.
man, this is above my pay grade to try to sort through who's talking trash and who said what if we're talking in different languages. But, you know, I wasn't there. I'm a fly on the wall. I'm getting the information like everybody else. But it's a lot to sort through with this
well,
little
I'll
mix.
go out on a limb. I'll go out on a limb.
Talk to
You
me.
speaking of my family is smoke. That's probably
But there's
one of the
been
most
something
sensitive
lost
things
in
to me.
translation, though. Maybe he didn't say exactly.
But I will
what
say,
Luka
I've
said.
had teammates that weren't speaking English that were definitely talking trash in another language.
they
So
should.
maybe he could have, like...
Well, how would you know? How would you know such,
We
Chandler?
need translators. That's what's needs. That's the NBA should hire that.
It happens for sure.
He
If I
said
spoke another
something.
language, and again, and to the referees, you can do it as well because they don't really know what you're saying either.
Absolutely.
So you can
Why
kind
wouldn't
of
you?
call them whatever you want because they have no idea what you're saying. So it's like a free
that.
shot to say whatever you want to the referee. This situation, I don't know exactly what was said. Again, like Lou just said, we just have to take their words for it, I guess, at this point. But there are certain things that are off the table.
Why?
Like if you're not going to talk about someone's wife or kids in the middle of a game, I think
Can
that's
I
where you
ask a
cross the
question?
line. You can call me soft, call me a B, a P, overpay, whatever. Like
I
I don't
do all
care.
that to you.
That's fine.
No, you
That's
can't.
trash talking. I'm just saying that.
No,
I
you
would say
can't.
that to you, but I wouldn't cross the line and talk about your wife, your kids, your family, something like that. That's why I
But is
think
that
it's.
not a
No, some
go-to?
of them B's and P's, them gonna get you the same reaction.
Bees
as
seem to
everybody
bother
else.
men.
I'd rather that than
Can't call
calling
me.
I'd rather that than someone call my mom a B, or you know, what I mean, like that's, or my
Okay.
child.
I don't
Or
understand
something that's very
that, though.
public and close to me right now, what he's going through.
He's going through some
in
stuff.
the media. It's not Goga's place to talk about that. Is all I'm saying. Call whatever you want, man to man, say, but like bringing that and all the drama going on in your family right now, I
Don't
think that's
say
a
it
little
at
off.
all. It has nothing to do with basketball. Tell me I suck. Tell me I'm not good. Tell me I'm horrible on defense. Bringing my family into a sport environment has nothing to do with anything, and that goes for players,
Yeah.
coaches, media members. Because I've had my
Run it
own
down,
run-in
Boogie.
with media
Who
guys
else?
thinking they can speak on family and say what they want. No, you're gonna get checked. However I decide to check you, and that's how it goes.
So there are rules to trash talking.
There's no
on the
rules, but
court.
if you
Well,
if you
no, it
cross
sounds
the
like there's
line,
rules.
then there's going to be maybe
It's
consequences.
a level of respect for everybody. It's just a certain level of respect in competition. Trash talk is cool, but like Boogie just said, my family shouldn't even be a part of this conversation. Nobody
Right.
outside of Luka should be part of this conversation. If we're gonna talk trash, we talking trash about me and you. And if you decide to go out of bounds, we gonna take it there. So I'm agreeing.
And I'll say this: I don't think Luka would just make this up. Like you know,
Well,
like, you know what
I
I mean,
mean,
like, I don't.
hold on a second.
I mean,
he
again,
does. He is sort of campaigning for the league because they know they're going to appeal it, yada yada, which we're about to get into. So I'm telling you, I think there was something lost in translation because it doesn't even make sense that as an insult. Like that literally doesn't. Maybe he said something bad, but not that. That's weird to me.
And I gotta say again, I don't know what was said, but for that to be his response, kind of to walk up and say something and then walk off, I don't know. I don't know. But everybody deals with situations completely different. But I don't know.
Man, I would be bad at this because it's the first thing I'd go for, the jugular. It's like the family and anything I know about you in this news. Like that, isn't that crazy? Because in the real world, that's what you do.
You'd probably get whooped out, Beetle.
Oh, I 100% would. That's why I would never make it in
Also,
jail.
in the real world, you would never talk to someone like that. That's 7 foot tall.
Have you been on the internet? Of course you do. You talk to people like that
No,
every day.
I mean face to face,
But
not
they
Twitter
do it
trolls.
on the internet because they say face to face.
I mean,
if you
on the
say
street,
that
like
to
in a
man-
bar, no one's saying that to an NBA player.
Oh, no.
You think someone's going up to Marcus Cousins, calling him soft, and he sucks at basketball to his face? Yeah, right. No chance.
God, you know what, though? That would be a fun show.
I wish they would.
I wish they would. I wish they would.
And then let alone talk about like his mother or his children or his wife. Yeah, there's
I'm
just certain
actually
things that
okay
are
with
off
that
lines.
part. You can tell me I suck at basketball. I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. You can call me soft. You can say I'm whatever. Like I said, you cross that line, you start calling me out of my name. Hey, you don't have a right to tell me how to react. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, there's just boundaries.
So, I mean, it's good to know. I would not have
And
known
you
that.
would fight dirty, I could tell.
Of course I would. I'm going to cut you with my word. That's my only weapon are my words. The result of this, however, was the fact that he did pick up a 16th tee, which, the whole deal is that you miss a game, which would have been tonight against the Pistons, kind of a good one. But they appealed, the league rescinded. Did they get this right, Chandler? It's also because it's Luka, which makes this topic very interesting.
Listen, I hate the fact that he's even in this situation, right? Like he's got to be better with controlling his attitude. He's got to be with his behavior towards the referees. And again, this is something that's become a habit. This has become such a thing with him where and half the time he's wrong, complaining to the referee and just chirping at them every single possession. It is a tired act, and I know for a fact that referees are getting exhausted at this type of behavior every single night, especially a guy that has his
Their job.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And he has the ball in his hands the majority of the game,
100%.
so it's going to happen often and often. So I hate the fact that he's in this situation. Now, if they would have suspended him and he would have missed the game tonight, this is a huge game for them. Again, it's just a normal game, but again, this is against the best team in the East, the hottest team in the NBA. Like, I would have hated to see this game without Luka. But this is a good reality check that he's got to be better. He's got to be more mature in these situations because we just said it. This team goes as far as Luka goes, and to put himself in this situation to where he can't be available for his team, that's not good.
Can we just, there are 11 games left. He is going to get a 16th. He will be suspended at least one game by the end of the season. I think that's a fact, no?
It needs to be calculated.
Is that not science?
Don't do it the night before the Pistons.
Here's the thing, by the way, guys. Like I said, it's because it's Luka, but this particular technical foul is also on something that I don't know that merits it. I mean, it's between two players on the court. He wasn't going after a ref, anything like that. But he also has had 3 other seasons where he's gotten to that 15 technical point, and he did have one of these bad boys rescinded a season before. Like, at some point, you can't rescind, right? Like, what's the point of having this rule if you're just going to take it back? It's like parenting. You're not really meaning what you say.
I don't like. My issue isn't with Luka. My issue is more so with how the league picks and chooses, or decides who they want to cater to and who they don't. And for me, I think back on my career and some of the technicals I've gotten. I can recall getting a tech for literally clapping.
Ooh.
And I went to the
how'd you
league. I
clap?
complained. It doesn't matter. I didn't disrespect the referee. Nothing came out of my mouth disrespectful. But the fact that I'm clapping and the referee doesn't like it warrants me a technical foul. So I go to the league and I'm like, I wasn't disrespectful. I didn't say anything wrong, and I don't get my tech rescinded. So for me, like, you look at the quote and you hear him, threaten to take a person's life in the middle of a game. So you look at it and it's like, in this case, it's like, oh, he may be warranted for a technical foul. But the league can look at this situation, the timing of the season, everything they're considering, and they'll rescind the tech. So for me, it's the inconsistency with the league. It's, catering to certain guys. If this is Draymond Green, it's not getting rescinded. So that's more so my issue with this. Like, if you're willing to look at this as a case-by-case scenario, I think that should be across the board for every player. And that's my only issue with it. It's a lot of inconsistencies as far as, what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. And
Luka, Luka, I'm going to ask you about Luka. Boogie, you are sort of our technical expert here on the panel. And so I want to, because you got suspended 3 times. I think one year you had 17 technicals. I have two
Damn.
questions. Number
a lot
one.
of bread,
I know
Boogie.
it's a lot. I have two questions. One, were any of them ever rescinded? Did you appeal? Number two,
I've had some rescinded.
You've had
I've
some.
had some.
Okay, but
Yeah.
then if you had 15 going into a game, were you hyper aware that you're sort of on thin ice, or did that not cross your mind?
For me, when I'm in the moment, the last thing I'm thinking about is, you know what I'm saying? I might get suspended. In the moment, I'm focused on the task at hand. And this is an emotional game. It's a lot of ups and downs. It's a lot of adversity within the game. It's moments where you're extremely happy and sometimes where you're extremely frustrated. That's what sports are. So for me, the frustrating part is, you know, they look at us as this product on the floor, and at no point in the game are we supposed to be able to show emotions. But at the same time, a ref can be emotional and act off of his emotions towards a player, resulting in a technical foul or an ejection. May not like you. It could be something from 10 games ago. It could be, you know, the referee meeting before the game. We're not giving. To me, it's the same thing, but it's different results as far as who it goes to and who it's not. So, like I said, it's a lot of inconsistencies within how they decide what's a tech, what's not, what should be rescinded, what shouldn't. And that's my whole issue with it. It shouldn't be based on who the person is. It should be exactly what it is. It should be a case-by-case scenario. This happened, this didn't happen. What was the reaction for? What was it not for? So, like I said, that's my issue with the whole thing. It's a lot of inconsistencies as far as how they decide what they want to do.
I feel like Boogie is pro robot refs.
I guess I just don't know what goes into getting it rescinded. Is there
So
an
they can
actual
appeal.
investigation where like they just believe
I mean, it's
that
quick.
this was worthy of him saying it back and acting
just-
like that,
yeah, they watch the
responding to
video.
go like what goes into